My ex-wife said I'd never build another successful company. 2 years later, she applied for a job at mine. The day my divorce was finalized, my ex-wife didn't yell, cry, or argue. She simply smiled, picked up her purse, and said, "Let's be honest, without me, your business won't last a year." She believed every bit of that sentence. During our marriage, she handled client communication while I managed operations for our commercial renovation company. She loved reminding people that she was the reason clients stayed. When she walked away, she took 3 employees with her and announced she was joining a competitor owned by one of our former suppliers. Almost overnight, rumors started spreading that my company was finished. The clients canceled projects before I even had a chance to explain what had happened. Vendors started asking for payment upfront instead of extending credit. Some people even called to ask if I was planning to file for bankruptcy. It felt like the business I'd spent 14 years building was collapsing because of gossip instead of reality. Instead of chasing clients or defending myself online, I focused on the people who stayed. Every morning, I met with my remaining employees before work started. We talked openly about where the company stood, what jobs were coming up, and what needed to improve. Nobody received empty promises. I simply asked them to give me 6 months before deciding whether to leave. Those 6 months changed everything. One satisfied client referred another, then another. Before long, we were turning down projects because we couldn't hire skilled workers fast enough. Our reputation grew for one simple reason: we showed up when we said we would, finish jobs on schedule, and fix problems without making excuses. The same honesty that seemed boring during good times became our biggest advantage when competitors started overpromising. Meanwhile, I kept hearing stories about my ex-wife's new company. They won plenty of contracts, but they also lost customers almost as quickly. Deadlines slipped, cost increased, and experienced employees quietly resigned. Several of them eventually joined my company, not because I recruited them, but because they wanted stability instead of constant chaos. Almost 2 years after the divorce, my HR manager placed a resume on my desk. I looked at the name and couldn't believe it. It belonged to my ex-wife. At first, I assumed it had been sent by mistake. It wasn't. She had applied for a project coordinator position. She didn't mention our past in her cover letter. She simply listed her experience and asked for an opportunity to interview. Curious, I agreed to meet with her. She walked into the conference room looking nervous. After a few minutes, she admitted the competitor had gone through several rounds of layoffs, and she'd been unemployed for months. Then she quietly said something I never expected. "I was wrong about you." She explained that she'd always believed the business depended on her relationships with clients. Instead, she learned that clients stayed because they trusted the company we'd built together. For a moment, I remembered every late night we'd spent planning projects, every sacrifice we made in those early years, and every cruel word she said while walking away. Then I thanked her for coming, but I told her I wouldn't be offering her the job, not because I wanted revenge, because leadership means protecting the people who stood beside you when everything was falling apart. Replacing one of those loyal employees with someone who had already walked away once would have sent the wrong message. She nodded. For the first time since our divorce, there was no anger between us, just acceptance. Today, my company is larger than it has ever been, and many of the employees who stayed during those difficult months are now partners in the business. Looking back, I realized my ex-wife wasn't completely wrong. The company she left behind really didn't survive. It became something much better. If someone who walked away when your future looked uncertain later asked for a second chance after you succeeded, would you hire them, or would trust be impossible to rebuild?